Guys, and welcome to my channel. I'm Kristen, and today I'm sharing ways you can use the Dollar Tree fabric, and I guess it could be any old fabric, but I am just using a Dollar Tree. So the first thing I am going to be painting is this wood circle sign. This is actually from a yard sale, but I know that they have these at Dollar Tree. Maybe it's a hit or miss, but I recently seen them with the little hangers on the back side. This one didn't come with one, but if not, if you can't find them at Dollar Tree, they do sell them at Hobby Lobby. I want to say like a 4 or 5 pack. I decided to go ahead and start using this plaid fabric. I think it is just one of the really pretty ones, and it's simple and basic and doesn't have like all of the fun things on them. You're going to see later on I use some really cute seasonal fabric. Now these are 18 by 21 inches, so they're not super big, but they do make for some really cute and quick projects. So I may think it is odd that I decided to use a glue stick for this project instead of Mod Podge. I am not a Mod Podge person, and if I don't have to use it, I am not going to. And honestly, the Elmer's glue stick works perfect. And I say Elmer's, maybe you could use other glue sticks. I just really prefer it over anything else, and I like the one that's purple because then you can see exactly where you are getting the glue. And I put it on the bottom, and then I'm going to over the top, and I just think that this seals it. Like I said, this is not a sealer by any means, but it does make sure that that fabric doesn't just pop right off your project or any sort of surface. I usually use it on wood, but I'm going to assume that it works just the same for anything. So once that was done and dry, I'm using these little plate setting decor pieces. One says gather and one says something else, grateful. They are from Dollar General, and I recently did a haul video. I'll link it down below for you guys if you want to check it out, but they have a ton of items that are only $1. So really, this word was only 50 cents. So I think that's a pretty good deal. I just really liked that wood color, so I did leave it as is. Now I'm going to go ahead and use some greenery. This bowl filler, I love these pumpkins. Those are also from Dollar General this year. And I'm just using some boxwood greenery. This is from a yard sale, but normally it is from Walmart. But you can get greenery pretty much any craft store you can imagine. I'm also adding just a little bit of florals to this, and then I end up adding like a little bit of different colors of greenery. I had like some red, and I honestly don't know where that came from, but I have a huge stash of greenery and florals, and I just kind of wanted to make this a little more fluffy. I don't know. Let me know in the comments what you guys think. I really should have added a bow, but my bow making skills, I don't think they'll ever be good. So if I don't have them and buy them and have them laying around, then kind of just went for something a little bit smaller, but I love the way this turned out with the fabric. Video, I do want to thank Kato for sponsoring it. They sent me over their bead spinner, and I absolutely love it. This makes making bracelets quick and easy. You just use the clay beads, and we have been making these for well over a year now, and this is probably the fastest that I have ever created a bracelet before using this bead spinner. So I love that the kit comes with absolutely anything and everything that you'd possibly need, from charms to the beads, the scissors, the string, you name it. It's in this box. So I'm just going to be putting it together, and really this is it. Like, it's together. It took seconds to do that. It also is cordless. So if you have 3 AA batteries laying around, you can go ahead and pop those in, and your little bead spinner will work. If you don't, then you can plug it into the wall and it will work as well. I really like that this kit comes with everything you need. I also love that it takes minutes to make a bracelet. Even my 8-year-old has the attention span to actually create an entire bracelet using this bead spinner. It has adjustable speeds. We kind of just use it like on the medium setting, if not high. And I think it just really depends on how many beads that you have in there. And it does take a little bit of practice. We just kind of angle out this little needle here, and you have like 20 beads, 30 beads on there in just a few short minutes. Actually, I say minutes, but I really mean seconds. But this is what it looks like, and then you just add them to your string, and it's good to go. That also comes with a funnel-shaped lid, so it puts your beads away easier than you think. We like to sort them out, so it did take just a little bit longer. But it's also super quiet, so it makes crafting and bracelet making enjoyable than having just a super loud machine going when you want to create bracelets. But this is the ones we created. If you guys want to check it out, I will link it in the description box below for you guys, along with a coupon code. Next to DIYs, I'm using these foam pumpkins that are from Dollar Tree. They had these plain ones, or they did have orange. I thought the white ones would just be perfect, so you could paint them. But I'm going to add, obviously, we're going to add some fabric to them. So I did cut the stem off. We're going to just toss that. You don't need it, or at least I didn't. And then I am just using that entire roll from Dollar Tree of their fabric, and I am just poking it into the hole just to create some super cute fabric pumpkins. This did not take any time at all. And if it kind of looks a little wonky or a little weird, or like you don't feel that the fabric is in there all the way, I just took some scissors and poked it in, and it just made the fabric just so much more tight on the foam pumpkin, so they didn't look messy. And I mean, obviously it's fabric, so it's gonna look a little messy, but it looks more put together, and it looked more like a pumpkin when you kind of pushed it into that hole. Now I'm using some wood stems. These are also from Dollar Tree. They had them a couple years ago. I don't know if they've been bringing them back. I really haven't seen them at my Dollar Tree, but I bought them a couple years ago, and I bought a ton. But if you don't have them, go outside and grab a stem or a little tree branch. You can make them for free if you don't have them. I wouldn't just go buy them. Definitely if you have trees, go do it. I'm also using some eucalyptus leaves. I got these recently from Dollar Tree as well. And I just stuck those on with the stem. I added a little bit of hot glue, but I really didn't have to add much glue to any of these. So if the leaves were just a little bit easier to kind of just stick on, I would have done that. But I kind of like this idea, because if you end up just not liking these or changing your mind about them, you can kind of tear them apart and redo them if you wanted, or you could reuse the fabric for something else. It's that easy, because they're just kind of stuck in the middle of the hole. But I loved making these. So for this pumpkin, I did not have all of the fabric, because this is from the first project I did with that gather sign. And I just wanted to be able to use this fabric without kind of wasting it, because I really wasn't sure what I would do with it down the road. But for some of the pieces that did not fit in the middle, I just used my hot glue gun and glued as much to the other fabric as I possibly could, and this turned out just as cute. And you can't tell that I even hot glued it or that it didn't fit. They look adorable, and I actually really love this plaid one, so I'm glad that I had just enough fabric to cover this foam pumpkin. But this is what they look like when they are done. I think they're absolutely adorable. I think I may end up adding some raffia. I just don't have any, so I'm just going to be on the lookout for that, because I think they would look so much more cute with them. Next DIY, I'm using one of these wood pumpkins that are also from Dollar Tree. Now I was pretty excited to dig into my fall craft stash, because I actually had like 3 of these that I did not use last year, which is kind of crazy, because I always feel like I use all of my fall items. But when I was able to find these, I got pretty excited, because my Dollar Tree does not have these out right now. So I don't know if they're going to get them, or if they have them, or if I'm just kind of missing them. But regardless, any kind of pumpkin would work, especially if you're going to be covering it with something like scrapbook paper, or that's what I'm using, fabric, of course. And I just kind of fit this to size. And of course, I'm using my Elmer's glue stick. Like I said, this works amazing. I've done this from projects from last year, and they're still intact. So I'm pretty impressed. So go them. I don't have to buy Mod Podge. Mod Podge is kind of expensive, and I'd much rather use a glue stick any day, and it's less messy. I don't have to ruin a paintbrush, because I'll tell you what, I've ruined so many paintbrushes using Mod Podge. I just don't feel like it comes clean. They're always crusty. All right, now I'm using that other table setting piece that was in that 2-pack from Dollar General. I thought it was cool that one said Gather and one said Grateful, because I did not know that when I bought them. So I added that to the center. We're going to be adding that eucalyptus leaf once again. And then I just decided to go ahead and add a bow to this one. These bows are from Hobby Lobby. I picked them up last year and they have them every single year. I saw them this year too. These little blocks are from a calendar from Dollar Tree, and I'm just using them so I can stand this pumpkin up on the back side. If you don't have these and you have Jenga blocks or really anything will work, maybe even like double up on some popsicle sticks and that might work too. But I think this is so cute. This is probably one of my favorite fabrics that I found. Pumpkin was also from Dollar Tree last year, but I did see that they had some different ones this year. So I just tore the front, or I tried to tear the front apart. If I may have sanded everything down, it might have worked in my favor. But you know what? I decided just to flip it over, and this will work too. Double side if I must. The back side will probably never show, so no big deal. But if you're like that person that doesn't like the back sides looking all ugly, then you might want to do something. I'm not sure what to do, but maybe cover it with something. Maybe cover that with fabric too. But I'm just going to go ahead and use this because I did have some left over. So of course I wanted to get like my bang for my buck. I wanted to use as much fabric as I possibly could because I kind of start doing projects like this where I'm like, oh my gosh, like the fabric's so cute. Like I'm going to make tons of projects with it. And then I honestly make a video with fabric and then I probably will never touch it ever again. There's just so many crafts that I like to make during the fall time that it's like, okay, I use fabric. I'm done now. I'm probably never going to use it. Maybe. I don't know. Like I'm not going to like, don't quote me on that. So if I end up using fabric in a couple weeks, I'll be like, you said you don't use it. You just never know. But yeah, glue sticking it, of course, with the top layer and the bottom. I'm just adding that leaf and that bow back. For some reason, those raffia bows get me every time. They are so cute. But you guys, that is it for the video. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please make sure you give it a thumbs up. If you're new to my channel, I would love you to stick around and subscribe so you don't miss my fall DIYs. Also, make sure you check out Kato's website for their bead spinner. They have a ton of awesome accessories as well. So I'll link that down below if you want to check it out. And that is it. I will see you guys in the next one. Bye.